If you're looking for the exact strategies that I use to eat things like brownies, cereal, and pasta, and really anything else, and still stay in shape, make sure you stick around. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Schuyler Diehm here, men's fat loss coach, and these are the strategies that have helped our clients consistently drop weight without any of the hunger, the tiredness, or anything else that really comes with restrictive dieting. Now, before diving into it today, if you're looking for more ways to simplify the process of weight loss and get in incredible shape, make sure you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you tap that bell icon to be notified when we release new videos. So what you're about to learn today is something that's allowed me and also a lot of my clients be able to eat what they want, be able to enjoy their favorite foods, and still consistently lose weight while also not counting calories. And so we've got a ton of different strategies. We use a wide range of things, and obviously we have a specific system we use. But one of the most important things that we use when it comes to being able to eat foods we enjoy is the idea of upgrading our ingredients. Now, if you think about the food industry and how it is today, there's a lot of things that didn't exist 50 or 100 years ago. There's a lot of certain ingredients, preservatives, there's a lot of ways that food is manufactured that makes it impact our body in a very different way, that reduces nutrition, that changes the structure of certain food, and basically that can sometimes even just hijack our taste buds and hijack our brain and body to be chemically and physically addicted to certain types of foods. And so in this new industry, one of the things we have to be really, really careful about is consuming foods that actually interact well with our body and that don't set us up for future failure. And thus comes the topic of upgrading your ingredients. You know, there are so many different ways to produce food that if I want a brownie, there can be a brownie that has whole, real ingredients, but then there also can be brownies that have a long list of just artificial ingredients, weird sugars, and just a lot of other stuff that's damaging to us. And so let's say, for example, you're going out and you're buying Betty Crocker brownie mix. If we look at this label right here, we see the ingredients of sugar, enriched flour, bleached corn syrup, cocoa processed with alkali, palm oil, salt, carrot power, cornstarch, artificial flavor. Now, I could break this down one by one. So first of all, there's a ton of sugar in here. You've got 19 grams of sugar per serving. And if you're having brownies, you're most likely having a lot more servings than that. You have enriched flour, which is basically taking out the nutritious part of flour and just leaving the part that tastes good, which again causes you to become addicted, but still allows your body to lack those important nutrients. Corn syrup, which is just an artificial sugar that interacts with the body in a really bad way. Palm oil, which is inflammatory. Salt, carrot power, cornstarch, artificial flavor, which is really there to hijack your taste buds and make you chemically addicted, right? And so we look at that and it's just a brownie mix. Like, it seems like something that's normal. But let's say on the other hand, you make homemade brownies, right? And rather than the standard recipe that you'd find with a bunch of processed wheat and everything like that, let's say you use things like cassava and almond flour, or instead of sugar, you use maple syrup, or maybe you add chocolate protein powder to get a little protein in there. Maybe you add coconut milk instead of inflammatory dairy, which is really, really good for energy and for burning calories. Or eggs, which is another great source of protein, right? What if you found a recipe that involved these ingredients that were more nutritious, that allowed you to stay full, didn't contain many artificial ingredients, and most importantly, interacted with your body in a very different way? So this is really the concept I use, right? If I'm looking to have something that tastes amazing, if I'm looking to eat a food that I really, really enjoy, I'm always searching for the product that is a higher quality of ingredients. Now, usually that tends to mean it's organic. It's not 100% of the time. It's not always like that. But the organic aspect does mean there's less ingredients in there that are produced by man, that are artificial, and that negatively impact the body. But along with that, I'm just reading the ingredients list, and if I can make it on my own with better ingredients, I'm doing it. If I can buy it from the store, I'm looking for a company or a product that doesn't have those bad ingredients. And if we look at this from a calorie standpoint, which is what a lot of people tend to do, maybe I'm consuming slightly more calories at the top with these real ingredients. But when I burn calories, I'm most likely burning more naturally. Now, they did the study, I reference this a lot, where they gave two groups the same amount of calories, but one group ate whole foods and the other ate processed foods. And the processed food group burned 50% less calories than the group that ate real foods. So we got to understand this game isn't about calories in, calories out, even though that's a rule, right? That's how it works. But calories out is such a wide variety, and so is even calories in, that when we look at this from the big picture, it just makes more sense to have those real ingredients. And I could give you hundreds and hundreds of examples of how we include this with our clients and in my own life. Upgrading processed wheat flour pasta to either organic wheat flour, or even better, like a lentil or a chickpea pasta. Upgrading farm-raised salmon where all the nutrients are just gone, to wild-caught salmon where it's full of healthy omega-3s. Upgrading generic table salt that has thickening agents and dextrose in it, to upgrading it to real natural whole Himalayan sea salt with a bunch of these vital 30+ nutrients. Right? The list really does go on and on and on. Now, what I will say here is that coupled with fasting, which is the other strategy we use, is where this really takes impact and effect. But I just wanted to dive into this concept in this video because if you can start to look at food other than calories, other than how it tastes, but you can look at it as quality of ingredients and how whole of a food it is, your entire way of eating is going to shift. And now you can all of a sudden bring this new mentality to, it's okay to eat brownies. It's okay to have cookies or cereal or pasta or any of this other stuff if you're choosing it from whole, real ingredients. And like I said, we could get into fasting in this video. I've done videos on this in the past, and I'm definitely going to be creating more about this because it's what we teach. But I'm curious, if you could leave me a comment, is this something that you've tried before? Have you tried upgrading your ingredients? And if you have, how's it gone? And so with that being said, if you're looking for more about this specific strategy or the other strategies we use to help our guys lose 10, 20, even 30 pounds in a 12-week period, make sure you check the description of this video for a free training we put together. In this training, we're gonna break down our entire process and why it's so effective. But besides that, if you're looking for more awesome content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to be notified when we release more. And of course, as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.